Oh, are you filming? Oh, hey guys, it's Barbara Ojegwazian. March at the Barbican. I went to see another kind of life, photography on the margins. And here's why you should too. Follow me. It's actually pretty cold, so yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. The exhibit encompassed 20 photographers from across the world, each looking at marginalized societies at odds with the mainstream. The exhibit mainly used photography, but also took advantage of the use of audio, video, and also intricately hung pieces of clothing from the ceiling. All in all, I really enjoyed the exhibit because it's something that I've never seen before. Not only was it images of people from the outside looking in, but almost of people that have managed to infiltrate and become part of these societies and groups, giving a glimpse of what life is like for them. It was thought-provoking, captivating, and at times endearing. So if you get a chance, check it out. But let me delve into the show. Okay, follow me. Larry Clark is an American photographer and director, best known for his work titled Tulsa, in which he captures him and his friends growing up in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the 60s. Behind the facade of perfect suburbia, the group was shown playing with guns, having sex, and doing drugs. One image that particularly stood out for me was one of a young man with a gun aiming ahead and his hand around the trigger. This one image seemingly preempts the unraveling of the perfect suburban lives, because from beforehand you just see the kids doing what teenagers are expected to do, drinking coke, hanging around, just being kids. It's quite good that you get to see the image and the idea of it coming from someone who lived it, rather than from someone who's just taking a picture looking in from the outside, but it's actually someone from within. One of the ones I really enjoyed was the one by Philippe Chancel. So it was great because whenever you think of France in the 80s, I would never have known that there was a group of teens called the Vikings and the Panthers who just used to go outside and just hang around and emulate their American 60s counterparts. So you had men with like gravity-defying quiffs held together with just the right amount of gel. You had images of them going to parties and dancing, getting drunk. Throughout the images, you have these undertones of violence. But what really stood out for me was the fact that they were mixing. You had black youth and white youth, not as separate entities, but in the Vikings, they were together. They were comrades in the same army, in the same war that they were fighting. And it's interesting that it's almost like a massive middle finger to the establishment, because here they were integrating and mixing. But that's one room. In the room next door, you had another group of youth. These were English youth, photographed by photographer Chris Steele Perkins. He took pictures of the teddy boys and girls. And it was quite interesting because unlike Chancel's youth, they were not lauding a theme of unity, but rather one of disunity, because they took up a lot of the ideas that the National Front political party took and also included the Confederate flag as one of their imageries. But it's quite interesting because despite the fact that these two sets of youth were tied together by rockabilly music and both enjoyed dressing the same fashion sense, they were still very different in their ideologies. Lastly, another of the rooms that I really enjoyed was that by American photographer Jim Goldberg. He photographed the homeless people of Los Angeles, and it was quite eye-opening because you get to hear the stories of how these people became homeless. But Goldberg didn't only use imagery, he used imagery and poetry from the homeless people, talking about their lives. And this for me was what the exhibit was about, showing you marginalized communities and getting you to think how have you perhaps alienated them, and how have you created and formulated this stereotype of them, but you actually get to be involved and invited into their lives. And I urge you, if you get a chance, please go and see it and let me know what you think, because I found it to be truly brilliant. But I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you very much. Barbara, I'm out.